Hi everybody, welcome to VonCloedt Yoga. I'm your host Gretchen, and today we are continuing our series, Gretchen's Pose Breakdown Yoga 101. And today we are going to talk about Child's Pose. Now, Child's Pose is technically considered a resting pose, and it is quite restful, it's quite lovely, but I'm going to offer a few different ways to modify this posture to better serve your body. There are a million ways to do a yoga pose. There's lots of different options, lots of different variations. And my friends, the yoga police don't come to your house. So you can make any adjustments to these poses that better serve your body, and that is completely okay. So for today, my friend, I am going to use, I'm sitting on it already. Let me pull it out. It is one of our Mexican yoga blankets. I talk about these babies all the time. You know how much I love them. These are great to put underneath your knees. They're great to make little pillows. You don't have to purchase a fancy Mexican yoga blanket. Any throw blanket around your house is going to do well. I would look for one that's a little bit thinner but has a little bit of weight to it, and that's going to do you well. So when we are in our hands and knees postures, sometimes our knees get a little bit crabby. And so having a blanket handy to kneel on will add a little bit of luxury to your practice. And I highly recommend you add as much luxury to your practice as you want to, because you are worthy. You deserve to feel treated like royalty. And so make any extra luxuries to your practice. So grab yourself either one of these amazing Mexican yoga blankets. You can find them on the mystical shop of Amazon, or you can use any throw blanket you have at home, and that's totally fine. I'm going to fold it till about this size. This is about in fourths. I don't have a ruler to give you dimensions, but yay big, we'll be fine. And we're going to come to our hands and knees on our mat. So I'm going to bring this blanket kind of towards the back half of my mat and then bring my knees on top of it. Oh, that's so much better. So, child's pose. Now, there are a couple ways to do child's pose, but if you've got a belly, the traditional way to do child's pose is not really accessible. So let's try this. Maybe we bring those knees as wide as the mat and bring those big toes kind of pointing towards each other. Now we're going to press into those hands and let those hips sink back. And then we're going to walk the hands forward, letting that heart and chest slowly lower down to the floor, letting that forehead come down. Child's pose. This is it. This is the posture. This is a resting pose. And in any yoga studio in the whole world, if you just need a moment, you need a breath, you can come right here to this resting pose and you'll be able to take a breath and then come back into it. Or you can just stay here the whole time. This is a great lower back stretch, and it is a really good pose if you just need a breath. Maybe if life is overwhelming, you can come right to this child's pose. Start to press into those hands. Start to walk those hands back, finding that tabletop posture once again. Now, you say, Gretchen, the knees, they're not handling it. Okay, try this. Maybe we take that blanket out or get a second blanket. You could have two blankets, you know that? Like, you're allowed to have two blankets. And so I'm going to fold my blanket the long way, like I had it, but then I'm going to fold it in half again. And I'm going to bring this blanket on top of my calves and kind of bring it up underneath my knees. This is going to offer a little bit of extra cushion. So bring those knees nice and wide, and you can still have a blanket underneath those knees. Let those hips sink down, or this time maybe keep them elevated. So we're going to walk those hands forward. Let that heart lower down. Now this is technically called a puppy pose. It's very similar to the child's pose, but those hips are still nice and elevated. You can sink those hips back to your level of comfort. Maybe that blanket back there allows you a little extra cushion. And if you're still like, nope, not for me, you can let those hips come up a little bit further and walk those hands out a little bit further. Let that heart lower down. And you can achieve child's pose without pressing into those knees so hard. So hopefully this helps you find a version of child's pose that serves you better. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this, and try one of my over 30 free YouTube videos here at VonCloedt Yoga. That's going to give you all kinds of different postures, all types of different yoga, different types of lengths, different styles. We've got a yoga for you, friends. And consider subscribing to my channel. I'm always posting new content. Share me with your friends. And until next time, guys, take care of each other. Bye-bye.